All right, well, it's just another ordinary day at the Street Rod Gym Garage. By the way, I don't think you've probably seen it like off in the corner of the camera, but my family got this little wood plaque for me, which is kind of cool. And the guy who did it had it blue and black, and I actually put in the silver to make it look like the front grille. So it's pretty amazing. So, you know, it's kind of a normal day. The car's looking great. Everything's going really well. And what do I see? Oh, it's unbelievable. It's a trailer. So here it is. I've been looking for an all aluminum side hatch. I don't know what they officially call it. We'll call it a side hatch, so you could open your door and get out of your car, because you know the problems I've had with my doors. There's no way that I would get my fat butt outside of this car by crawling through the window. It's just not possible. And so here we go. Now, I have a certain limitation when it comes to how much weight I could do with that, which is why I have a full aluminum trailer. Now, do I wish this was a 20-foot? Yes, I do. But it's 24-foot. Resale on these are great, so I'm not worried about that. It's kind of a temporary investment, if you will. And so for flatlands, I'm good. I'll be around 5,500 pounds with the car inside, and that has a 7,000 towing capacity, so I'm okay with that. Flatlands. Going to California, getting over the big hill, I don't know about that. Not sure about that one. So, but I'm not worried about that. What I was worried about is getting something that would work. And then if I need to go to, let's say, Huntington Beach, everybody, then, you know, maybe a friend of mine that has a 10,000 towing capacity or something, we could borrow that and go on a trip. So I've been, you know, buying a few parts and stuff like wheel chucks and different things to get this thing going. Has a few issues that I got to sort out. First one you can see is rusty. Got to make that not rusty. Also, I have kind of like the actual jack actually works, but it's kind of and missing the bottom plate and some stuff like that. So I think I'm going to get an automatic one. And I need to replace the wire for the electronic safety brake where it pulls it. And turns out that there's a battery underneath that actually is fine. I thought I'd have to replace it, but it's fully in working condition. And of course I got all my locks for hitch and all that stuff. I just bought all that stuff. What's cool about this is the whole thing kind of comes up like this, almost like an awning, if you will. And then it has shocks, so it's fully done with shocks. But so you don't have to put all the weight on the shocks afterwards. You could actually pop in some supports and keep that going, so that's cool. So let's see here. Can we do this with one hand? This is all spring loaded, so using my pinkies here, no big deal. So exit C, we got braces that I was talking about. So those braces pop in, hold everything up. There's the shocks, everything swings out. This actually goes away, so that disappears. So now I have all the room to open up my door. Of course, the tires are still there, but at least it's rubber and you're not hitting something hard. So all aluminum ceiling, all aluminum sides, then it has the plywood. So most of the weight in here is the plywood and probably the thick frame, which is all aluminum. We have a dovetail and of course the ramp. And I looked at the car and it looks like maybe with a maybe a 2x4 or a 1x6 or something like that on each side that's a foot long. That'll help me get the front nose up into the trailer, and we should be good to go. So one of the things I have to do is replace my license plate light, which I just bought. And other than that, some of that stuff on the front end there I got to do. And this thing's kind of good to go. And just need to find I have a home for it actually to store, so that's not a problem. So we're gonna do a few little things and get this thing going. But yeah, this is a great deal, and we'll see how it goes. You know, it's a beast. You know, without having like special mirrors and stuff like that. I mean, you can't see nothing. It's like your car. You're going forward, and that's it. You're not seeing anything from behind. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm hoping to hit a few shows this year, so we'll see how that all plays out. All right, so we got our new chucks. We got new driver's license light, which driver's plate light. And right now we're in the middle of I'm going to replace the jack, so I didn't tape it off. This is coat number 1, and then we'll do 2 more coats. Right now it's flat because I have a lot of flat, and then I'm going to finish it off with some gloss and use up all those cans that I have. So while I'm screwing around, I'm looking like, you know, you can see a little bit of a reflection there, and then you come here and it's like, whoa. I polished this a little bit, and man, it just came out like a mirror. So not in this heat, but when it gets a little cooler out, I'll put a buffer to this. I bought a new buffing wheel since I'm trying all these things with the car, and it's just not enough speed to, like, or I should say speed and torque, because the speed's actually there, and then you put it on the car and it goes and it does nothing. So I got myself a new polisher, but man, look at that. This thing is just looking freaking amazing. It's coming together. I'm just, now it feels like a car. Now it feels like a car. I still got to do the window trim. I will get there. But it's a work of art at this point. So we did our little test here to see how well this is doing, and honestly, in the shade, it is a night and day difference. I mean, I don't think you're going to see it on camera, but it's definitely a night and day difference. However, when you get in the sun, it doesn't look, I mean, you can tell something's been done, but it doesn't look that different, besides the watermarks and stuff. But I don't know, I was trying to outrun the sun and try to start in that corner before the sun came down on an angle and started taking over, and it just wasn't happening. But you know, you could see, I mean, look at that right there is a big difference than the rest of it. But not sure. I might need to use a little heavier grit to dig in a little bit. But the idea is not to do, you know, a full paint correction. At least that's not my focus. Focus is just to kind of take the cloudiness off and bring it back to life. However, it's black. And of course on camera that looks horrible. I mean, you can see that's a mirror, and that is not a mirror. So I mean, like I said, in the shade, it's amazing. But when you step back and you just look at it on camera, it doesn't look like much. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I can figure out the formula. And of course, I can't do it while it's in the sun. So this might be a winter project, which is you know, be in a few months. So we'll see. So we did some blackening. This was all gray. Now it's black. Only took a few minutes. Looks pretty new. Then of course we painted the front, put all new locks and everything on it, and now we need to replace the I mean, we don't have to, but of course I'm going to do it. And then I got to do some, you know, tape removal and a few things here and there, but for the most part, so that looks pretty good from this angle compared to there. Looks pretty good. Get straight on, not so much. Of course, black is the hardest thing to do. So yeah, it looks like these bumpers up here are a little bit toasty, dried out, so I'm going to see what it takes to replace those. Should be simple, and I think we have a full functioning trailer here. So that's all she wrote for today. We'll see what happens.